police department. I do call police departments for cases that I work on with kids. Okay, I want to explain something to you guys. There was a shooting in the Milwaukee area. Okay, I record all my conversations that I have with the police departments or FBI. Okay, so there was a shooting prior to Jamal going being kidnapped. Okay. Now I want to go backtrack. Remember, I said 2 days prior. Okay, 2 days prior in my first video. Okay, so we're gonna go back. Today's Saturday, so we're going backwards. Okay, so Friday, Thursday. Okay, something happened 2 days prior where they were watching. Okay, now 2 days prior to Jamal White going missing, there was a 4-year-old boy that was dead in Milwaukee. In Milwaukee. Okay. So is this gang related? This is definitely a debt owed. Okay. Drug debt, greed. Okay. So does this case have to do with Jamal's case? Is there a connection between the case that happened 2 days prior? Remember I said the number 2. Okay. The boy that died, he died in a shooting. He was a 4-year-old boy. He died so let's read about the shooting that happened on Thursday night. Okay, in Milwaukee. Milwaukee is crazy, okay? A 4-year-old Milwaukee boy is dead and an adult is accused of intentional homicide. The Milwaukee County, I don't know if this has anything to do with his case, Jamal's case, okay? But we're going to look at it that it could, okay? I don't know what kind of gangs are in Milwaukee. If there's Blood, there are Crips, whatever. Blood, Crips, whatever gangs they have out there. Okay. Kings. Okay. So prior to Jamal White being kidnapped, right? 2 days prior, a 4-year-old Milwaukee boy is dead. Okay. There was 2 adults that were arrested. There was a female and a male that was arrested. Okay. A 4-year-old boy was shot and killed in Milwaukee on Thursday night. Police arrested 2 people, one whom is suspected of intentional homicide. Okay. Now, does this have anything to do with his case? I don't know. Okay, but let's just talk about it. Okay. I had to get something to eat, you guys. I called the police department and the lady freaking hung up on me. Okay. I have called many police departments all over the world. Some cases I've really started to believe they don't want solved. Okay. If this was a Caucasian boy and he was killed in a suburb neighborhood, okay, they respond differently. Okay. That's just the way it is. Okay. You have Caucasian kids that go missing, the response time is different. Okay. Even the money that they put up for the money that they put up to even find the child. Okay. As soon as I said I was psychic, she hung up. Okay. And I find this happens. I never had somebody just hung up on me. Okay. And she was laughing. Okay. I think there was one Arizona, okay, with Emily Pike. I actually talked to I think it was the Navajo or Apache tribe police department, okay. And I asked myself, does some people just don't want these abductions of children and stuff not solved? Okay, sometimes I'm really starting to believe that, okay, in some cases, okay. This video is for entertainment purposes. But, so prior to Jamal being kidnapped, okay, there was a 4-year-old boy that was shot and killed, Okay, in Milwaukee on Thursday night. Remember I said 2 days. Okay, so is there a connection between these two cases? Okay, so we have to look at it in that angle too. Okay, and the police arrested a woman and a male. Okay, they had the same last name. Okay, so this means that they're family. Okay, so I don't know what is going on in Milwaukee. Obviously, there's some gang activity going on, and they need to get a hold of it. Okay, I've never talked to a police department that was um, the police officer. He was okay. I recorded the conversation. I record all my conversations and my videos are always recorded. Everything I do is recorded. Okay, but I just felt like he said that they were being getting calls all day. Okay, calls all day for Jamal. I hope I'm saying his name right. Jamal White. So people are calling in with information. Okay, they're being bombarded with calls. Okay, they should be. Okay, to solve a case to find a little boy, you should be in calls. Okay, and you shouldn't be like the way the cop was acting. Like, I mean, this is your job. This is your duty. This is your oath. You take an oath. Okay, to protect and serve. Okay, we as taxpayers pay for you to have your job. Okay, so if you don't want to do your job, step aside and let somebody that's going to come in there and do their job the right way. Okay, so obviously there's some kind of gang, like some serious ass gangs in Milwaukee. Okay, I don't know much about Milwaukee. Okay, but there's some serious ass gang activity going on in Milwaukee. Okay, also, what we know about the child's death that died 2 days prior is it unfolded in an apartment near 75th Street in North Ridge Lakes, just north of Brown Deer Road. The Milwaukee County Medical Examiner's Office identified the victim as Ralph Taylor III. So I don't know if this is related. Okay. Milwaukee police records show two people were arrested at the address where the shooting took place. A 34-year-old man was arrested. He's a suspect of first degree intentional homicide. A 33-year-old woman was arrested on suspicions of aiding and abetting a felon. Okay. What we know, those two people have been identified, but police records show they share the last names with the 4-year-old victim. Okay, so they share the same last name with the 4-year-old victim. Okay. Police said that they are still investigating this boy's death and will not say whether the shooting was intentional or accidental. However, the medical examiner listed the primary manner of death as homicide. Okay, homicide. Okay, so this is intentional. Okay, homicide is intentional. But my question is, somebody was shooting at them. The 4-year-old little boy, he's dead. Okay, God rest his soul. And family, this is family. So this could have been the mom and the father, because they have the same name. Okay, I don't know the situation surrounding it. There's more details that need to come out. Hey, there's more details that need to come out on this shooting that happened 2 days before Jamal White went missing. Now, does this have any connection to do with Jamal White? Okay, obviously there's some activity going on in Milwaukee. Okay, I don't know what kind of gangs, the Crips, the Bloods, whatever kind of gangs they have, the Kings. I'm even hearing something about some kind of Kings. Okay, I'm hearing the word Kings. Okay, so I don't know what kind of gangs they have, but there's some serious ass gang activity in the Milwaukee area. Okay, so so the neighbors' reaction. These are the neighbors' reaction to the boy that died 2 days before, and he was 4 years old. The neighbor said she was outside with her kids and she heard gunshots. Okay, we all heard gunshots, and my mom instantly hit, and I'm like, everybody get in the house. I was outside cussing, get the F in the house, she said. Okay. Then Williams said she heard the neighbor, the mom, she was screaming, my baby, my baby, my baby. Okay. So somebody shot somebody's child 2 days prior to Jamal White going missing. Okay. So is there a connection between Jamal White's abduction and the child that was murdered 2 days prior? Okay. Is there a connection there? Okay. Williams said she had two others rush into her apartment for help. Okay, so people were coming. Hey, JR. People were like ducking and running. Okay. Maybe this is a thing that goes on where people are used to people shooting. Okay. In these kind of neighborhoods. Okay. So I'm going to read more about it. So the mom screamed out. Okay. The mom said she screamed, "My baby, my baby, my baby." Okay. So somebody shot her 4-year-old baby. JR, this is go on Milwaukee News, and this happened 2 days prior to. Yes, I feel like this is gang related. Yes, this is gang related. Because 2 days prior from Jamal going missing, Jamal White going missing, a 4-year-old boy was murdered. Now, I don't know the area of Milwaukee. I have people that are on my page that are from Milwaukee. If you guys can tell me if where Jamal went missing from is the same area where this little 4-year-old boy was shot 2 days prior. He's dead. Okay, he's dead. So somebody drove by and shot this 4-year-old boy in front of his own mother. Now, is this payback? Yes. Is this payback? Okay. A kid for a kid. Okay. A kid for a kid. I don't know. Okay. So let me finish reading this. So the mom screams out. She says, "My baby, my baby, my baby." Her baby was shot. Her baby's dead. So the lady that's giving the report as a witness, she's a witness to the crime. She's testifying to the police. She's saying her last name is Williams. Of course, we're not going to give her first name, okay? There's some heavy ass gang activity going on in Milwaukee. So she said, Williams, the witness, okay, they're giving her last name, of course, okay. She said two others rushed into the apartment to help, into the apartment to help. She said they performed CPR, but the boy was just laying there lifeless. So the boy was dead. Okay, the boy was dead. He had a hole in the back of his head. The hole was in the back of the baby's head. She was performing CPR on him, Williams said. "I told the officer, she gave me her purse. Can you take this? There might be a handgun in it." Okay. So the mother of the 4-year-old boy had a purse with a handgun in it. Okay. This was what Williams added. She was giving the purse off to a witness. Okay. And she's telling the witness, can you take this? Can you take my purse? Okay. And there might be a gun in it. So she's telling the witness, take my purse. There might be a gun in it. Okay. I wouldn't grab the purse. I would say, I'm not grabbing this purse. Okay. This is her testimony. Okay. Williams described the 4-year-old as a sweet kid. Just a sweet little kid, ever just a sweetheart. Okay. So dozens of people gathered together, crossover center. They all gathered together after this boy was shot and killed. The mother witnessed his death, and there was actually a masculine there too. Okay. Now, is this related to Jamal's abduction? Okay. Obviously, we know this is a debt the family owes. What debt does this family owe? Okay. There's obviously the drug card came out, and now is this a kid for a kid? Okay, a child for a child. Okay. It's okay. So we're gonna keep reading on. So I got a 4-year-old son. It made me go home and love him even more and wrap my arms around him," said Pastor Paris Hibler. "This has hit the city very differently. So it caused me to reflect and be grateful, but also to reach out." Okay. Aside from groups gathering and praying, members of violence prevention group 414 Life came in hopes of healing the neighborhood. So obviously there's some tension in this neighborhood. Okay, so my question is, anybody in Milwaukee that's following my page, okay, is this the killing of this 4-year-old boy that happened 2 days prior? Is this in the same area? Okay. I believe this is gang related. This is disheartening. You never want to hear or witness a tragedy that has anything to do with young people. Okay, said David Sinclair, an outreach supervisor with 414 Life. It's really important when situations like this happen that people in the community and families are putting their arms around each other. Milwaukee aide Larissa Teller, who represents the district where the shooting took place, released the following statement. It is deeply upsetting that yet again the 9th District, so the boy that was just taken, Jamal White, or Jamal White, okay, I hope I'm saying his name right, was he from the same district as this shooting that occurred 2 days prior? Okay, this district would be the 9th District. Does anybody know? Okay, anybody from Milwaukee know if this district is the 9th District? Okay. The 9th District has been struck with tragedy, gun-related deaths. So there has been multiple gun-related deaths in Milwaukee in the 9th District. Okay. So this is gang-related. Okay. A child who had their whole life in... Okay, so this time the victim was a 4-year-old child. So was it a child for a child? A child who had their whole life in front of them. These accidents shake our community to the core, and many are devastated by the most recent loss. I am and many others continue to be angry and frustrated about these incidents because they are wholly preventable. Okay, be smart and be safe. Gun safety is a must. Use a gun, lock it up, properly store the guns, especially when children are present, and perhaps most likely, importantly, seek altered options before you reach for a gun to resolve a conflict. So basically, people in Milwaukee in the 9th District, because this happened in the 9th District, okay? So I need to know if Jamal White went missing from the 9th District. Does anybody know? Okay. Anybody know, you guys that are from Milwaukee? Did Jamal White go missing from the 9th District? Was he abducted from the 9th District? Because if he was abducted from the 9th District, then this 2 days prior, another child was murdered. He was 4 years old. And I did pull the child card out twice. Okay. So the problem is, this is a city problem, 9th District problem. These people shouldn't even. They're not even. Most of the time, when people have guns, the mother had a gun in her purse. Okay, 7 minutes from each other. Okay, so is these two cases related? Thank you, Jr. Somebody says this district is 7 minutes from each other. So is this case a child for a child? Okay, because the gift card came out in my first reading. The gift came out twice. So somebody is offering this child up as a gift. Okay. 2 people were arrested in the 4-year-old shooting. Yes. The 2 people that was arrested was a woman and a man. Okay. So does this shooting have anything to do with Jamal White's abduction? Okay. So this child was offered up as a gift. Okay, so this child was murdered. Okay, murdered. Let's see if we get any child cards. So does this case that happened with that 4-year-old boy have anything to do with ancestors? Come through. Jamal White's abduction. Toll and labor. Toll and labor. So somebody toll and labor. So somebody has toll and labor. When I normally get this card, I think of children, and this is children's energy, page energy, young energy. Okay, so in this neighborhood, there's illegal activity. Okay, and somebody's working hard for their money, right? This could be drugs. Okay, definitely drugs. I'm getting. Okay, the coffin card. So this boy died. Okay, he's dead because of this drug activity with this toll and labor. Okay, they were out there They're toil labor. Okay, toil labor is you're working hard for something, right? You're working. 7-minute drive, 3.9 miles apart. Okay. So is there a connection here? There might be a connection here. Okay. There might be a connection, you guys. A child for a child. This gang could wear red, the Bloods. And I'm also hearing something about kings. What kind of gangs are in Milwaukee? Ooh, if a child card comes out, okay, the courtship. So there was a man and woman there, and the boy was 4 years old. So the mother witnessed the death of her child. Okay. This happened 2 days prior. Now, they're in prison. Okay, the two people are in prison. 29. The man and the female are in prison. The woman had a gun in her purse. She told somebody that was witnessed the bang bang on her 4-year-old son that she has a gun in her purse. And the police arrested her and the male that was with her, and they both have the same last name. Okay, so they family. Okay, they're out there with the little boy. She's out there with her little boy. Was she out there with her brother, her cousin? I don't know, but they had the same last name. Okay, were they a couple? Okay, were they married? The mom and the dad was out there, and their son got bang bang. Okay, so was this street revenge? Okay, this abduction of Jamal White, revenge because of the debt. A child for a child. If a child card comes out, it's a child for a child. Oh my God, look, this card was in here, neighborhood. So they're all from the same neighborhood. Okay. So is District 9 the same district that Jamal White went missing from? Okay. This card wasn't even supposed to be in this deck. So this is neighborhood. Neighborhood came out in Jamal White's reading. This is on the 4-year-old that died prior. 2 days prior in Milwaukee, he died. The 4-year-old victim, last name, there's 2 people that have been identified, but a public record showed that they shared the same last name as the 4-year-old victim. They have not released the 4-year-old victim's name. So he died on 75th Street in North Ridge Lakes, just north of Brown Deer Road. The Milwaukee County Medical Examiner. So this is something in the neighborhood that's going on. This is gang related. This gang can wear blue and red. So I think the Bloods were red, and is it the Crips that were purple? But what gang wears blue? Oh, Milwaukee's very small. Okay, so are they from the same district? Okay, there's some illegal activity. Yes. Okay, here we go. So there's drug activity going on in Milwaukee in the 9th district. There's great fortunes to be made on drugs. And the child's card is here, a child for a child. So my question is, was Jamal's kidnapping, it is definitely a debt, okay? Definitely a debt. But what debt? We got drug debt and we got a child for a child debt, okay? Yes, I'm on this shit like fire. Milwaukee's very small. Okay, so I wonder if they're both from the 9th district. The child died. I'm seeing that, yes. Toil and labor. So this is something that, like their occupation, okay? This is a hustle, okay? They're out there hustling, selling drugs in this neighborhood. And the child died. Okay, the child freaking died. And there's great fortune. Okay, great fortune to be made in this drug activity. And they're in jail. This man and woman is in jail. And the boy that died was 4. And look, coffin and the child. The child is dead and the child's in the coffin. Okay, if I get another child, then we know this is a child for a child. But this is definitely a debt. I need to find out if this is in the same district. Because District 9, if you're in District 9, you need to get the hell out of District 9. For real. So this is telling the whole story. So District 9. So what gangs, okay, so what colors do I got here? So I got purple, I got blue and red. So what gang wears blue? Blue gang. Is it the Crips wear purple? Gangs that wear blue. So is this a gang war? Gangs that wear blue. Okay, gangs that wear blue are the Crips. Somebody says I thought they were GD. Okay, what's GD? Okay, so we have the Crips that are the blues, the Crips, and the 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 gangs that were red is what? Gangster disciples. Oh shit. Um, I don't know. This is gang related. The 4-year-old boy that died 2 days prior. This is gang related. So the Bloods were red and the gangster disciples. What color does the gangster disciples wear? Do you know what color they wear? I think we just solved this crime. Okay, the gangster disciples wear blue and black. Okay, blue and black. Okay, if I get child from this card, the disciple nation is also known as the. This is a gang. Okay, it's the African American street gang. Okay, Jamal White was taken by a black, 4 black males. But there is 5 people, a girl, and there's also Jamal, so that's 6 people. Okay, justice. Okay, so this gang wants justice. Okay, they want justice. This is street justice. Ooh, shoot. This is street justice. They want street justice. A child for a child. If I get child, here's child, the one that just died. If I get another child, this is street justice. This could be related. Okay, it could be. Okay, I'm just saying. Okay. So GD is blue and black and white. Okay. So the colors the gang could wear is what colors am I seeing here? Hold on. They could wear blue. The child's mother's gang could have been a blue gang. Okay, because this child, the reason why I say that, no, the father or the mother's gang could have been blue. I don't know. Okay. Or blue and white. This makes sense. Blue and white. Okay. So they could be a part of the gangster disciples. Okay. Damn. They want justice. This is street justice. Okay. A child for a child. If I get a child card, then this child for a child. But these two people are locked up, so I mean, obviously they couldn't make no phone calls out to the street. I don't know, but this could be related. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna stay on here long, guys. Death. Okay, so this gang wants death. Okay, La Marte. Okay, death. They want to bring death to somebody. Okay, for the murder of this child. Okay, I believe one is District 9 and one. Okay, District 18. Okay. All right. Okay, so I don't know if this is related, you guys, but this gang wants justice. This accident happened, and this wasn't an accident. This was a murder, 2 days prior. Okay, so they want justice and they want death for whoever killed this 4-year-old child prior. So somebody, JR said there's two different districts, District 9 and District 18. Okay, the child was from District 18. Or no, District 9, I'm sorry. District 9. And then another child's from District 18. So I don't know what's going on here. Okay. Let's see if we get one more card on this whole situation. So there's definitely going to be more bloodshed, I feel like, in Milwaukee. This is crazy. If you're in District 9, get the hell out. Somebody says Milwaukee is really small, but gang activity, you don't want to be in gang activity area with your children. I'm just saying. Okay. You don't want to, you don't, I mean, because the coffin is going to happen. Okay. When you got gangs running areas, and you got turfs, like you can't walk on my side, I can't walk on your side. Okay. Certain gangs, you can't even go in their neighborhood. If you're wearing a certain color, you can't even wear the color, or you're gonna be dead. Okay, I'm just saying. This is territorial. This is a read on the 4-year-old that was dead. So somebody wants street justice. Somebody wants somebody to die for this little boy's death. But how? Obviously, people were talking, and so I don't know what's gonna happen with Jamal. I pray that they do find him, because I hope they don't find him somewhere. Okay, I'm just saying. Okay. But there was a debt owed. Now, is there a connection between this case and Jamal's case? There could be. Okay. But this energy that I'm pulling from the 4-year-old, this is exactly what happened to him. He wound up dead because of, look at this, the child in the coffin, dead. A gift. Okay, gift was offered up, okay, because it's somebody's occupation. Because the toil and labor is something you do. Okay, it's something routine. Okay. This is young energy. Okay, so this is something you do. Okay, normally when I get this card, I think of trafficking. Okay, but also this is toil and labor. It's something that you put in work on the corners. You might put in work on the corners selling drugs, but you make money off of it, right? Illegally. Okay, and there was two people that was outside, a man and a woman, that was arrested because this 4-year-old is dead, and they live in the neighborhood. Okay, they live in the neighborhood where the shooting occurred, and they're in jail. Okay, they want justice, street justice. Hold on, you guys. Okay, they want street justice. So, what happened to the color? Okay, I'm gonna end this. I don't know what happened. Oh, my color. All right, you guys, I'm gonna end this. My phone needs to charge. I should have brought the cord over here. So let's get one more card on this. So there could be a connection, and there could not be a connection. Okay, this is neighborhoods close to each other. Okay, so this neighborhood is close to the other neighborhood. District 9 and District 18. This sounds like damn Hunger Games. District 9, District 18. Run away. Okay, so somebody's running away. Okay, they don't want that smoke. Okay, somebody's running away because they don't want that smoke. Okay, because they want street justice. So they know who shot this 4-year-old kid. These gangs. Okay, so this is what I got. I don't know if these two cases are connected. They could be, because, and they could not be, because there's emotions. Okay, emotions are high. and it came up organized crime, even with this little boy that died, the 4-year-old. So the organized crime. So both cases are organized crime. Okay, both of them. Okay, this could be gang on gang. Okay, I'm just saying. I will post the screenshot, the article, so you guys can read it about the little boy that died 2 days prior. He was 4 years old. So this is organized crime. This is a gang. Same thing with Jamal White. Okay, somebody's running away because they don't want the smoke. Okay, so and the smoke is they don't want to be bang bang. Okay, and they want justice because of this child being murdered. Okay, damn. And this card I didn't even know was on the damn deck. Okay, so District 9 and District 18. Okay, what the hell is going on in Milwaukee? Okay, they have a drug problem and they have a gang problem. Okay, so somebody needs to take control of it because obviously whoever's running that city ain't doing their damn job. Okay, and gangs, a lot of people that have guns and gangs, they're not registered guns. Okay, I'm just saying, right? This is the read I got. So maybe these cases are related, maybe they're not. Okay, you guys comment below. Thank you guys for joining me. This is Jennifer Phillips Readings. Thank you guys. I will put the little boy's article up because his name is not, they haven't released his name. Okay, all right, you guys. Thank you guys. Ashe.